Hi guys and welcome to another week's news with Robbie. I hope you guys all loved that song. I'm really sorry, but the song was just too mwah that I had to play the whole song so I don't have to leave it for last because it's just too good. But I hope all of you had a merry and happy and jolly Christmas, just like all of us did in my house. Well, no, not particularly my house, but we all did. And I also had some other family members coming over, so that made it like the best Christmas ever. Yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed your Christmas. Please subscribe, like, smash that bell button so you know when my new videos have come out. And today, most of the news is going to be about climate change, because climate change should now be a really big thing that everybody's worried about, but not everybody's worried about it. So come on, people that don't worry about it, and stop climate change. Less factories, electric cars, all of that stuff. So now, the news, mostly about climate change. Just to take my cool look off. Save it for last. Retirement funds will surge thanks to stocks boom. Boris Johnson's election victory is paving the way for a retirement boost for millions, with Britain set for a 2020 stock market boom. It was claimed yesterday around £3.8 billion has been ploughed into stocks funds after the Prime Minister's landslide win. The biggest influx of cash for more than 4 years, experts welcomed the surge in confidence as a huge help for savers and small investors, and raised the prospect of large increases in the value of pension savings across the board in the coming months and years. Former Pensions Minister Barroney's Baroness Altman said, "This is great news for pensions." Well, what I don't really get about being a Prime Minister, do you get paid money for what you do, or do you earn money because you do a certain different kind of job? Because I'm not too sure about that, but I hope we find out about it in the video. Ooh, my cool looking glasses nearly fell off. Move this. Chancellor's £3 billion pledge to farmers after Brexit. Sajid Javid has pledged £3 billion from the Treasury to help farmers prepare for a future outside the EU's agricultural regulations and subsidy regime. The Chancellor said last night that the cash will allow rural businesses and communities to plan for the future so they can sow their crops and care for their livestock and with confidence after the departure from the bloc scheduled for the end of next month. Britain is due to formally leave the EU's common agricultural policy when the UK's Brexit transition concludes next December, ending direct subsidy payments to farms from Brussels. Mr. Javid confirmed that the Treasury was stepping in to hand over cash for agricultural development projects. It will guarantee payments until 2023. And I hope you guys all saw me flying through this newspaper. I was like, oh, dun, 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 dun. Like when the song was playing, I'm like, what? Honours list addresses gaffe will cost millions. Compensation totalling millions of pounds is said to be paid by the government after bungling officials published the address of those on the New Year honours list. Details of more than 1,000 people were accidentally put online by the Cabinet Office. Sir Elton John Bake-Off winner Nadia Hussain and England cricket hero Ben Stokes. We've talked about him in one of our recent newspapers, so if you don't know about him, go and check that video out. Where was I? Here I was. Were among those who have their addresses published. The list also included nearly 40 people involved in sensitive defence and security work, among them Scotland's Yard head of covert counterterrorism and organised crime operations, and 2 chief constables. Sean Humber, a data breach specialist at law firm Lay, said those individuals on the list are likely to have claims for compensation for unauthorised disclosure of their personal information, including for anxiety or distress suffered, as well as the costs for any reasonable action they feel they need to take as a result of the blunder. The Cabinet Office has apologised after personal details of the 1,097, and he said 997, recipients were online from 11 p.m. on Friday, shortly after news of their honours went public. The details were removed around an hour later. Well, that is good. Isabel Foster, oldest black rhino, dies at 57. The oldest black rhino, the one and only oldest, and we've lost the black rhino. That's 57 years. I mean, like, that is super long to live for. But couldn't he live for like 75 years? So, like, we could have the world's most black rhino, aged black rhino. The world's oldest black rhino has died at the age of 57. Conservationists in Tanzania said Foster appeared to have passed away from natural causes on Friday. Well, that is really sad as well. Oh. Carney, what's your climate crisis plan? The outgoing governor of the Bank of England has warned companies that their assets could become worthless if they do not wake up to the climate crisis. Mark Carney, who will step down from the post in March, said the financial sector was starting to curb investment in fossil fuels, but that it is not moving fast enough. He made the comments in an interview with BBC Radio 4's Today programme, guest edited by mental campaigner Greta Thunberg, which will be broadcast today. Mr. Carney said that companies have to make the judgment and justify to the people whose money it ultimately is in relation to divestment. Well, look, Greta Thunberg has told you about it, and now the bank manager is also telling you about it. So see, now climate change is becoming a big thing. So everybody out there, listen to these people that are trying to stop climate change. Because we don't want to be burnt to a crisp, do we? Or we've got to sort that out in 10 years or else it will happen. I think it's approximately 10 years. We'll see in the next newspaper if that's true. That is the first one, so well done, Robert. Second one, a Harry New Year from one prince and a warning from another. Oh, look at Harry. Harry and his baby. They look so cute together, don't they? William, 10 years to save the world. I think William is also now talking about, climate change. Humanity risks irreparably damaging the earth with climate change. Told you! Prince William warned last night. His dramatic intervention came as Britain recorded its hottest December day and unprecedented wildfires tore across drought-stricken Australia. Poor Australia, and poor to all the animals that were living in Australia and that got stuck in those fires. William said the earth was at a tipping point and humans had just 10 years to save the world. We can either continue on our own present course and irreparably damage the planet. That will probably give us less time than 10 years to stop this climate change stuff. Or, wait, what? Where was I? Or to solve the climate crisis for generations to come, he added. Invoking NASA's missions to the moon, the Prince yesterday launched an ambitious Earthshot prize to spearhead a decade of action. The award, which has been endorsed by Sir David Attenborough, will grant millions of pounds to those who can come up with solutions to global warming. And right now, since they only were talking, Prince William was only now talking about NASA, I just remembered, imagine about all of that climate change and all of that carbon dioxide, just flying one spaceship to the moon is letting out. It not only is it letting it out to Earth, and then it's also letting it out at space. I've always known that NASA's doing a great job with research, but think about how much carbon dioxide would just come out from the thrusters of one spaceship. But that is a lot, but the world is also humongous. But that would probably make a big impact. But it's good for NASA doing research, but that's the only problem I have with it. Why full-fat milk can stop children becoming obese. Children drinking full-fat milk are less likely to be overweight than those who consume semi-skimmed, studies have revealed. Researchers believe whole milk makes youngsters feel more full, so they are less likely to snack on unhealthy foods or guzzle fizzy drinks. A review of 14 scientific studies found children aged 1 to 18 given blue top milk were almost 40% less likely to be overweight or obese. This was compared with those who drank semi-skimmed or skimmed milk. The NHS advice is for older children to consume lower fat milks because having too much fat in your diet can result in you becoming overweight. But Dr. Jonathan Maguire, Review Michael's Hospital in Toronto, said children following the current recommendation of switching to reduced fat milk were not leaner than those consuming whole milk. Children who drink cow's milk are taller with stronger bones and teeth. Studies show whole milk can be given to youngsters. Wait, was that it? Whoa, that was a quick newspaper. I thought I was going to have at least one more piece of information to talk about. Completed another one, so at the end of the song, I'm going to be rocking these glasses. After Trump assassinates military chief, Britain braced for Iran revenge. Britain is braced for a revenge attack from Iran following Donald Trump's decision to assassinate the nation's top general. Security officials fear that UK citizens in the Gulf or our troops stationed in the region could be in the firing line. They are also preparing for a massive cyber attack to avenge the killing of General Qassem Soleimani. He was blown up by missiles from a US drone after he touched down at Baghdad airport early yesterday morning. His Royal Highness, one monarch, 3 hairs, and my, hasn't Harry grown? With his natty tartan trews and ease in front of the camera, Prince George is clearly growing into his role as a senior royal. The 6-year-old future king stands tall as he joins the Queen, the Prince of Wales and the Duke of Cambridge for a charming portrait celebrating the start of the new decade. The photograph released by Buckingham Palace last night is only the second time that a portrait of Her Majesty and her 3 heirs has been issued. Well, it's a really nice picture of them. Wait, let me go back and let me show you it. I mean, like, Prince George really has grown. And look at all of their fancy clothes. Who me, kangaroo down sport. A kangaroo gets a welcome shower from a watering can after it suffered burns in the devastating bushfires raging across Australia. The young Joey, which was given a helping hand by a teenage boy, is one of hundreds of animals rescued after their habitats were destroyed. The touching scene was captured in New South Wales, where experts say around 500 million birds, reptiles and mammals are likely to have died in the past few months. Oh, skipping pages. Well, I could have skipped that page because there was nothing on that page. It is the end. Well, you know what time it is, don't you? It's music time. And drinking my cup of tea time too.